Good morning again, guys. So we are still on Monday of Thanksgiving week, and this is usually not a whole lot going on week in the world because you have so many people that take vacations and do that, whatever, right? Okay. Here's the problem. A lot of those people that are taking this week off for vacation are being told, don't come back next Monday. Yeah. We get more reports about companies laying off people, and whether or not you work for those companies doesn't necessarily mean that's the only way it's going to affect you. I'll link this below, but you can take a look at some of the recent announcements. Cisco, 4,000 people. Carvana, 1,500. GE Appliances, 5% of their employees. We all know about the Amazon, 10,000 people. You guys know what's going on with Twitter and all those layoffs. Go-To Group, 1,000 people. Whisper, 1,000 people. Semaphore, 500. Vive, 30% of their workforce. OfferUp, 19% of their workforce. Own Backup, 17% of their employees. And I could go on and on and on. Okay. Even Facebook, 11,000 people. This is the thing. Yes, it sucks for those people that are losing their jobs. And I'm betting that a lot of you guys have heard about you getting laid off too. A lot of it rolls in the technology field. Most of those companies I talked about were either technology or biotech. All right. The problem comes into play with this. If you live somewhere that your job is dependent on the people that work for any of these companies, your job's at risk too. All right. And I say this for example, let's take a look at the steel industry or the automotive industry over the last 20, 30, 40 years. You know, you talk about, Allentown, Pennsylvania, or some of the cities around Toledo, Ohio, around Pittsburgh, things like that. Detroit, okay? When the steel industry disappeared, so did the jobs at the 7-Eleven, the grocery store, the gas station, the hardware store, whatever, because they didn't have the customers, and either those businesses downsized or those businesses closed as well, right? So prep for something like that, especially if you're hearing about companies in your area that are laying off. Could that affect you, right? You know, like I said, you work at the Dollar General and Facebook lays off 11,000 people, it's less people that are going to come work there. But I want to take this one step further as a prepper, okay? And maybe it tells you some of the skills in which you need to learn. And I'm not talking about the John Kerry bullshit of, well, gee, they can go make solar panels. Or the other idiotic comment that we had, was it Obama who said, learn the code? That didn't seem to work out too well. Learn the code. Yeah, you work for 10 years or whatever it was, and now all those companies are laying off. Okay, make solar panels, same stupidity, but then again, we're talking about John Kerry. You go back, a lot of you guys are my age, and go back to when we were in high school or whatever, and what was everybody? Get a degree in business, get a degree in business, get a degree in business. That was all we heard. And all of a sudden, remember what we had? We had a whole bunch of business majors who couldn't get jobs anywhere. Okay? This is the same problem. Right now, you have all these people being laid off. According to the government, there are currently, as of September, which is the latest numbers we have out, 10.7 million open jobs in the United States. And we're getting all these people laying off. Are these people going to take these jobs? Probably not. I am a software developer. I'm not going to do something different. Then you're gonna starve there, Jack. Okay? The most in-demand jobs right now, and I can say this from personal experience just because what I've had going on around here over the summer, but even if anybody watches Mike Rowe, you guys know who he is, Dirty Jobs. He's, a contributor on Fox News all the time. He's very much in tune with the blue collar workforce. And he talks about constantly that there was something I saw last week. There are 7 million men ages 18 to 25, able-bodied, who are not in the workforce. There are also 7 million blue-collar jobs that are currently available. Gee, those seem to match up pretty good, huh? Except nobody wants to work. Now, like I said, I can vouch for some of this personally because of the garage and other stuff I've had going on about shortage of labor. Most short job out there, construction laborer. Okay, what would this tell you? You might want to learn how to build stuff. Okay, learn how to do woodworking, whatever would be, because how to do framing. Not saying that you want a job, but if you need to repair or build something in an SHTF situation, there aren't the people with the skills to do it. Even if you're paying them in food, in silver, in bullets, whatever it would be, if they don't have the skills, if nobody has the skills, nobody can do it. Okay. Number 2, painters. Okay. Now, painting a house, that means getting up on ladders and doing all that sort of stuff. It also means having that kind of equipment. If you're a prepper and don't have a ladder, that's probably a mistake, okay? Because you're going to need ladders to fix stuff. You're going to need ladders to get into trees, to pick fruit, whatever it would be, okay? Welding, number 3 skill that nobody has. You think welding might be a good skill to have for a prepper, for somebody in the mag to be able to fix something that's steel, to be able to make something that you might need? I mean, I don't know. Could it be a burn barrel? Could it be a barbecue? Something like that. There isn't going to be a Walmart to go buy a new one at. Okay, you might have to have somebody who knows how to fix metal. You get into some of the other ones: wind turbine technician, transportation inspector. Yeah, okay. Woodworker. Yep. Diesel mechanic. I'll spread this one out a little bit further to anybody that's an automotive mechanic. That might be an important skill for people to have. Fixing the car, the truck, the four-wheeler, the golf cart, whatever you have. Somebody that knows how to do something like that. Your side-by-side, whatever. Something that you're going to use to move people, equipment, material, whatever. I mean, I'll give you this one, just as a simple one, because obviously it's something we do around here. Ever try picking up firewood? Okay, a log, you just went and cut down a tree. Logs are heavy, okay? And if you've got to move it 100 feet to go stack it or to get it over to your log splitter, something mechanical might be worth having, i.e. a little four-wheeler or something like that. Even a wheelbarrow is a lot of work, okay? Electrician, gee, there's another job that's in high demand and short supply. I don't know. You've got your generators, you've got whatever it would be. What if the power doesn't work to something? To your refrigerator, to your freezer? Do you know how to fix it? Maybe not, okay? Do you know how to fix your whole house generator or whatever it would be? Probably not, okay? Some of them are kind of more not prepping, somebody who installs solar panels, okay, yeah. Aircraft mechanics, maybe. I don't think a whole lot of us have access to airplanes, even if we know how to fly an ultralight or something like that. But even then, you might, okay? Truck drivers, okay? That's That's an SHTF skill. How many people know how to drive a stick anymore? Right? Okay. I mean, good luck even finding a car or a truck that's made with a manual transmission. Not easy. Okay. How many people know how to drive a tracked vehicle? There's one. These are things that you may have access to in an SHTF situation. And if you can't take it because you don't know how to move it, that's a problem, okay? Gee, there's a truckload full of, pick something, food that is broke down a half a mile from your house, or not broke down, but the driver just left, or the driver shot, or something like that. And there's a whole truckload of canned goods in the back. You think you might want to move that to your mag? Yeah, knowing how to drive, having somebody who knows how to drive an 18-wheeler might be useful. Let's get into a totally foobar situation, and there's a armored vehicle that comes by, and you take out the people in the armored vehicle. Now there's a perfectly working armored vehicle. Do you know how to drive a tracked vehicle? Just say it, okay? But these are some of the things to think about. There's all these jobs that are all these people that are losing their jobs. And there's all these jobs, most of which pay pretty decently, okay? Probably not going to pay as much as they were making as a software developer, but having the skills to do something else, having the ambition to do something else is going to be very telling as the world keeps going further and further into oblivion. Will these people decide to do something else? Maybe, maybe not. But that decision also could be whether they decide to live in a cardboard box under the bridge saying, we'll work for food. And then when somebody says, well, hey, I want you to paint my house. Oh, no, I don't do that. We'll work for food means I'll come code software for you. Enjoy hunger tonight, dude. Have a good one. Pinball out.